You can't just lie and take someone's kid. But you're wrong. It happens all the time. You can't just lie and take people's kids, but you're wrong. I'm from Ironton. Lived there most of my life. I know a lot of people, a lot of family, got a lot of friends in Lawrence County. But that's also why I knew to get away. And I did before my son was ever born. Me and my son live in Kentucky, the only state that my son has ever lived in by either parent, period. And you have a judge named Patricia Sanders who called in CPS to file a false complaint on July 16th of 2019. And that's only one day after I was in court just the previous day on July 15th, and it was a circus. The courtroom was a circus. Judge Sanders tried to unlawfully remove custody from me, but she doesn't have that authority. She claimed an emergency, but there was no emergency, because Judge Sanders would have had to contact Kentucky, and she didn't. And Child Protective Services didn't take custody July 15th like Judge Sanders tried to order. Dave Carey saw my son and even said my son's healthy, there is no emergency, and he left. I met him in Ironton at my mom's house. I went to Kentucky and picked my son up because that's where we live, and I did exactly what I was ordered to do. So CPS doesn't take custody July 15th like Judge Sanders orders because there was no emergency. So instead of getting exposed because Kentucky would have seen there's no emergency, Judge Sanders doubles down, and the next day she calls in CPS and has the same social worker file a false complaint. But they filed it against my son's mother, who didn't have custody, and she lost custody in Kentucky. I'm the only person with legal custody. And Dave Carey from CPS is on camera July 15th. I've got him recorded. I've got phone records from Dave Carey calls the mother 13 days before the case ever starts. That's a little weird, but I've even got the courtroom testimony of Dave Carey, and he admits to lying on the complaint that's taking someone's kid.
The last paragraph says the person having custody control who for whom already now resides is Eva Poe. That wasn't true, was it, at that time?
At that time, we did not have an open case. I did not know who had physical custody of the child at that time.
Did you not testify that you terminated your case in May because Joe had an agreement that he got custody residential status?
I said he had custody.
Okay,
I
so
said
then why did you
physical
say Eva
custody.
had custody?
I said physical custody just now. I don't know who had the child at that time.
Okay. Well, was the child here on the 16th of July in Ohio?
I don't know where the child was.
Was the child ordered to be brought back to this jurisdiction?
Yes.
So the child was in Kentucky?
I don't know where the child was.
Okay, well,
We called the grandmother and said, get the child.
Fair enough, but the child was not in this jurisdiction to your knowledge. It was brought back from somewhere.
Brought back from somewhere. I don't know where.
So the child was not in danger on July 16th. Fair statement?
I don't know. That to be up to
Well, Joe, my client was here. Eva was here. They weren't in charged the child at that time, so. What's your dependency based on? The child's brought back from a different place, it's not, Roger's not in danger that day, what do you base the dependency on? Indicated on your, the southern part of that form, question being, did the act or acts or neglect of using dependency occur in Lawrence County, Ohio? Yes. On that form, correct? Mm-hmm. You just testified the child wasn't even in this jurisdiction, the child had to be brought back to this jurisdiction, so that's not a true statement, is it?
I don't know where the child was at that day.
Could you not read in, I don't know? Because you swore under oath, the dependency occurred in this jurisdiction. You put yes, you signed it under oath.
Yes.
You don't know where the child was.
Correct.
Yes, you said the dependency occurred in Lawrence County.
Yes.
No.
You can't lie and take people's kids. But you're wrong. You just heard CPS worker Dave Carey admit to lying. He clearly said, I don't know where the child was at, because how could he? He lived in a different state. But the Scioto County Judge, Alan Lemons, doesn't dismiss the case. He tried to cover up for Patricia Sanders and got exposed. And I haven't seen my son since November 22nd of 2019. And they're the fucking criminals. I don't know what else I could show y'all. I don't know what else I could do, but that's as in your face as you'll ever see. And that's our government. That's our government. If that's not enough to piss you off and if that's not enough to make you stand up and demand answers and some accountability, then no wonder our country is so fucked up right now, and so it's all fucked up. But if we don't protect kids, then what are we doing? I'll be on the right side of history. Will you? I didn't know about this shit happening in our country before it happened to me, and I became involved in this criminality by our court system. Phone records show CPS worker Dave Carey contacting the child's mother 2 weeks before the court case ever started. This can't be denied. These are the actual phone records. On 7/2/2019 at 8:29, 740-646-0648. That's Dave Carey. Why? Why would you contact a parent 2 weeks before a case ever started? He said in court he didn't become involved until July 15th. This is the Ryder Cash Story, brought to you by Ryder Cash Media and Ryder Cash News.